right, and welcome to the first episode of How Not to Be Noob with the Noob. Yeah, let's get into it. Today we're going over the tutorial and character creation. Alright, let's go. There are currently 4 playable character races, one being the humans, and 3 of which are wild folk. Demons are coming soon. Alright, let's get into the humans first. Hailing from the planet of Syndesia. Humans. Alright, so we have the basic human. Jack of all trades, master of none. They have a base of 8 in all attributes. And plus 150 base luck. They start on the PvE continent of Achiren. Alright, now we have the wild folk of Aborius. They all start in Terra. Alright, so first up we have the Indra, aka Blessed Human. Their base stats are as follows: 7 strength, 8 dex, 10 int, 7 constitution, 8 perception, 8 wisdom, and plus 50 luck, and a plus 5 to MP and HP regeneration. Awesome. Now we have the Tiger Folk, aka Shadra. They're sneaky cat people. So like they're better for assassins and little wild folk warrior builds. Alright. So their base strength is 8, dexterity 10, intelligence 6, constitution 8, perception 8, wisdom 6. They have a plus 100 poison resistance and a plus 100 stealth and plus 4 crit chance. Very nice. Now we have the... I don't like the name Heartkin. They're deer folk. Deer folk. The deer folk with the name I can't pronounce. Won't try. They are generally used for mage builds. Their base stats are as follows: 6 strength, 8 dex, 10 int, 6 constitution, 8 perception, and 8 wisdom. They also have a plus 100 poison resistance as well as extra 500 mana, along with plus 5 spell damage. Now, all of this came from the wiki. If it's wrong, I apologize. I know that on the screen it shows different things, but I was let known that some of this stuff is coming soon. Alright, so let's move on to the backgrounds. Alright, so backgrounds don't have a lot of bearing on your base, like your initial gameplay. What it is, it just gives you some starter skills and it tweaks your tutorial experience just a tad bit. Alright, so going through them, you see we got Gladiator, which is basically like a berserker. We got the Bowman. If I have to explain that to you, I'm not. We have the 3 mage classes, Pyro, Cryo, and Arrow, which are fire, ice, and lightning, respectively. We have Druid. I don't recommend starting off with Druid just because some of the other Druid skills have a barrier to get behind like mid game, and you won't be fighting those mobs for at least a week or so. Then we have the Commander and Street Rat, which is the assassin. So I'm gonna go with Pyromancer here, and then we're gonna go over the attributes. As you can see, the base strength of 6, dexterity of 8, intelligence 10, constitution 8. Wait, no. Constitution started at 6. Aha. Perception 8. Wisdom 8. So if we bring those down to their base, see that that is what the stats are. Alright, so I'm gonna distribute my stats. 3, 4, 5. Put 5 in there. 10 here. 10. Was that 10? That wasn't 10. Did I put an extra in dexterity? I did. And we're gonna put the last 5 here. And we'll go ahead and head to the tutorial. Alright, so what the tutorial starts off, you pop into some random spot on the tutorial island. One of these 3 is the starting spots, per se. So, the best advice I can give for new players is to follow this quest line right here. Mind you, there are no quests after the tutorial island. Let's get into it. First, the first thing is rest at one of the bonfires in the encampments. Let's do it. We rest. Now you save your abilities. So this is where all your skills that you can learn and pick up. Alright, so the quest generally says to just throw all of your skills into your new preset. So you send the skills into the preset by left clicking them. You can take them out by left clicking them. Alright, and then you go to save preset. Remember, save preset. Now, on this step, you memorize it. So you select the preset you just created, and then click memorize. Now, to add those things to your hotbar, you grab them, drop them. Now, moving on to the next one, gathering plant fiber. Alright, so these are plaques where you can gather plant fiber from. Right, you see how it pops up, says, hey, you discovered this thing. Alright, says collect sticks. Alright, we got a little more than 6, but that's alright. Now for the crafting. So this button down here is the crafting menu. Select the linen weave, and let's just craft 6 of them for now. That takes a while. And then to find the bandages, we go to the consumables tab. Right here. Then they craft. Awesome. Now we have healing items. To use them, you pull them from your inventory and drop them on your hotbar. There's no separate hotbar for consumables yet. Alright, next step, we're going to craft a staff. You click the tree, and you go back to the, and you make a rope. You make a rope with plant fiber, which I've already had an extra one of, conveniently. And find Alright, so to equip your weapon, you can either go into your inventory and right click it, and it will pop onto your character sheet. If you press C, you will see your character sheet here. And there's your weapon. Now let's go kill those wolves. Also, make sure you touch everything you see. And where are those wolves? There they are. Oop. I'm just gonna auto these things. So to loot, you left click them and you right click the items in their inventory. Look at the raspberry bush. So for every new resource and or mob you encounter, you get what is called knowledge points. All it takes is, well, each creature takes a different amount of kills to get full knowledge points. As you saw, it only took 5 kills of the wolves to get 100% of the knowledge points. Let's go ahead and make this, make this necklace. So necklaces are under the trinkets tab. There are different types of necklace. The bear claw gives you crit damage, fox evasion, rabbit paw luck, and the wolf's teeth critical chance. Go ahead and make that and equip it the same. Awesome. Now we head to the city. Right, so next step is we're gonna go over food here. So we have the 5 wolf meat from the wolves I killed, as I did loot everything that they had. Here is a list of things you can cook, different animals, vegetables. Let's go ahead and craft that wolf meat. At any point in time during the tutorial, you could leave, but I highly recommend you do not. You can leave the tutorial by going to this here, but don't do it. Not yet. Thank me later. Alright, let's go gather some flax. Go ahead and turn these into linen weave. Alright, so for the basic armor types, you can make them from your crafting menu, or, not that it has any bearing on how good it is, you can go to Tailor Bench. Tailor Bench, you can make it out of different things. We'll get into that in the advanced crafting tutorial. Go ahead and craft our commoner clothes. Now, as a general rule of thumb, chest pieces, take 20 of whatever material you want to make out of. Head, boots, and bracers all take 10. We're not going to go through all that just yet, but we're going to go ahead and equip our commoner clothes and go to the bandit camp. Now this is the most important part of the tutorial. So this part of the tutorial only requests that you kill 5 of the mob that corresponds with your background. However, you will never see these mobs again, and you will not be able to get their knowledge points from anywhere else in the game. You cannot come back to the tutorial item. So what I suggest is you kill all of them 5 times. And that is the death of all of the tutorial mobs. And what you may have noticed is that we learned some skills while we were killing those tutorial those bandits. Oh, if we go back to our preset, you can see the skills we learned. We learned magic missiles from the sorcerers. We learned shockwave from the shirtless guys. I remember what they were called. Nibblus from the brawlers, and double shot from the archers. For my particular tutorial, we just need to learn magic missile. Now, talents. So, with talents, that's on the right side of the same menu with the skill presets. So here's the talent tree. As you progress and rank up, you will get more talent points with a max of 60 at level 50. So, this is strength base, constitution base, wisdom base, intelligence based, perception based, and dexterity based. So we're gonna stick to the intelligence based tree here, and I'm just gonna put those into focus. Gives me extra mana regeneration, and we're gonna save it and memorize. And now we can leave the tutorial. So when you leave the tutorial, you choose between either the north or the southern village. A lot of people choose the south village. I personally like the north village because nobody goes there. So that's where we're gonna go. Alright, and that concludes the first episode of How Not to Be Noob with the Noob. This has been your noob, the Nessie, and we'll catch you next time. In the description below, you will find links to Fractured Online and their Discord. Please do like and subscribe. See you next time.